Hello there, my name is Ben Chapman, and welcome to another episode of my WWE The Rebirth, or whatever it's called today. It is called The Rebirth. It used to be called The Rebranding. It's now The Rebirth. Same series though. Of course, in the last episode we had Raw. Before that we had the Royal Rumble, which was won by the leader of the Unknowns, meaning they're going to Unmask to open up Smackdown. So we've got a commentary team, and as a guest spot, Renee Young has joined commentary for tonight. And General Manager Mark Calloway comes out and he's going to introduce you to the Unknown. They walk out onto the ring stage to their music, which is no music because obviously they're supposed to be foreign. They're supposed to be invading forces. And they unmask, revealing they are Dominik Dijakovic as the leader, Sammy Guevara, who won the Intercontinental Championship at the Royal Rumble, Christopher Daniels, and Pete Dunn. That is the Unknown. Dijakovic will be challenging for the Universal Championship at WrestleMania. But I want to ask you a question in the comments now. We know who the Unknowns are now, but I need a new name for them as a faction. Because they can't be called the Unknowns anymore, because they're not unknown. So, my question for all of you is, what should be the new name of the Unknowns? Write that, let me know in the comments down below. 96 rating though, great stuff. The Unknowns are going to obviously be a big part of the Smackdown vision going up towards WrestleMania. And we start off with a tag team match as Christopher Daniels and Pete Dunne, the tag team of the Unknown, take on the Forgotten Sons, and obviously Daniels and Dunn pick up the win when Pete Dunne pins Steve Cutler with the bitter end. 82 for Dunn, 75 for Daniels, 79 overall. Good showing as a tag team. And Daniels and Dunn grab the mics afterwards. Christopher Daniels has obviously a great promo, so is Pete Dunne. They say they want to challenge for the tag team championships. And the entire club comes out and they're like, whoa, hold up here. Why should we let you challenge for our tag team titles? What have you done to justify getting to a shot at our tag team championship? That's not how it works around here, sweethearts. You earned them. So Daniels and Dunn just look at each other, and they get into a brawl with all 4 members of the club. And the referees come out and split them up. We get Sonya Deville walking backstage, SmackDown Women's Champion, and Bayley jumps her. Just jumps out and attacks her. 94 rating. Simple stuff to try and revitalize the feud, because I don't really have anything for Sonya right now. We've got her WrestleMania plans, but this is what we've got for her now. So I want something in the middle, and revitalizing the feud with Bayley, who of course Sonya beat for the SmackDown Women's Championship, is in my opinion the best bet. We get Jey Uso picking up a victory here against Sheamus. Goes 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Super kick from Jey. Sheamus, of course, with his age, is predominantly... He had a good run with the Fiend early in this save. But now he is going to start sliding further and further down the card and being used to push people over from the mid-card into potential main event spots. 85 rating. Great stuff. and Cesaro and Nakamura, who have been in one of the weirdest on and off again relationships over this entire series. Sometimes they're friends, sometimes they're bitter enemies. Who knows, honestly, with these three? But they get into an argument backstage. 100 rating. I don't know if they're a team. I don't know if they're going to be enemies. Actually, I do know, but in context of if you were watching the show, you wouldn't. Mr. Kennedy returned at the Royal Rumble and is staying around. He comes out to do his entrance. He was supposed to face Elias. Elias got pretty much a jobber's entrance. But as soon as Mr. Kennedy reaches up to do his mic, Elias just attacks him with the guitar, smashes the guitar off his back. Kennedy falls, and Elias just beats him down. The match never goes ahead, gets a 73 rating. Karrion Kross gets a quick victory over Chad Gable. Goes 6 minutes. Cross jacket, 74 for Kross, 80 for Gable. Gable, whilst he's a great in-ring performer, I do not see Gable as a main eventer. At all. I just don't see it. But Karrion Kross, I can see as a main eventer. So I'm going to push him as such. And that includes putting him over Gable. And after the match, the Fiend attacks Kross. And who comes out but Dominik Dijakovic, the man who will be facing the Universal Champion at WrestleMania. Dijakovic comes out. 100 rating, great stuff. And the three of them just brawl. And the Fiend, poof, lights go out. Fiend bandages and Kross and Dijak keep on brawling. Tag team match as Sasha Banks and Naomi defeat Bayley and Jordynne Grace when Sasha Banks makes Bayley tap out with a bank statement after Sonya runs in to attack Bayley. 81 rating, Jordan Deville's the weakest link in the match, but the way she's improved since the start of this save when she was getting in the 50s is insane. 81 rating. Sami Zayn's backstage and he's just taunting Robert Roode, being the arrogant prick that Sami Zayn is, the arrogant prick that we know and love. And he's just taunting him. Gets a 91 rating for mocking him for losing the title to someone who, at the time, we didn't know it was Sammy Guevara. But someone who we didn't even know who it was. He could have lost it to anyone. 91 rating. And our main event sees Dijakovic wrestling for the first time. Actually, technically the second time on the main roster. Because I want to chat about this after the show. Once we go back onto the home screen, I want to show you something which I find quite funny that I don't think anyone picked up on. The 71 rating. Overall, what did the show get? 85, not too shabby. Increases our pop in 3 regions, nothing major. But I'm not going to say no to that. So now I'm going to cut back to the main screen in 3, 2, and... Now, this is why I wanted to talk about this, because I wanted to go back and show you the progress that we have made with Dominik Dijakovic. This is the Dijak's match history, and something which so many people seemed to entirely forget is that Dijakovic had an entire month wrestling as himself before the Unknown even turned up. Like, he was in a number 1 contendership match, I believe that match was. Sheamus, Strowman, Dijakovic and Ziggler. Sheamus went on to face The Fiend. He debuted against Drew Gulak. But if you look at these singles matches, Dominik Dijakovic vs Drew Gulak, 69. Versus Cal Bloom, squash match, 61. He's now getting an 85 against Braun at Starrcade on pay-per-view and 71 on SmackDown against Bo Dallas. And you know what? I think Gulak's a better wrestler than Bo Dallas. And not necessarily a hot take, but I think he is. So the way we've pushed Dijakovic has been great. Let's have a look at the other 3 unknowns. Obviously, the big shockers is Sammy Guevara. Who, you might notice something a bit odd about this. Because technically, Sammy Guevara is still under contract with AEW. He's still under contract. Hold on, I need to unmask. How have we not unmasked him yet? I don't know, but yeah, Sammy Guevara is still working for AEW. And some of these matches, like his debut for us, was as an unknown. And he's only wrestled... Oh, I need to filter it down just to WWE. He's only wrestled... what? 7 times? In the entirety of his WWE career. And he's already the Intercontinental Champion. And if we look at his popularity... he's in the 80s. Quite a few locations. Christopher Daniels. Someone who's a great hand to be around. He's also working as a road agent for us. Which is great. If you want to talk about Christopher Daniels though, AEW just straight up just didn't re-sign him. Not even... they didn't even put up a fight. They just didn't re-sign him. And he's not had a singles match yet. Like, at all. Even in AEW, he was wrestling with I believe that would be Scorpio Sky for SCU 2. But he's just been in tag matches. And he's looked so good for us. He is going to be more of a tag guy. Because of his age, obviously. And finally, the final unknown reveal was Pete Dunn. Who's come in after a good NXT UK run, then a good NXT match where he was North American champion for a bit. He was stripped of that. He vacated that due to injury, and he's had a strong run with the Unknown as well. So I'm proud of what I have done with the Unknowns. You know. Also, I should probably announce, yes, Derek Moss has left the company after a contract expiring. But I'm going to be happy with this video, and I'm going to chat to you guys later. Bye.